Hello, my name is Giulia Di Filippantonio. I am the senior team lead for the Every Adolescent Girl Empowered and Resilient project in Sierra Leone with the International Rescue Committee. In this video, I will talk about how the EGE project in Sierra Leone took action to support adolescent girls' psychosocial well-being. EGE is a project implemented in Sierra Leone through a partnership between Restless Development, Concern Worldwide, BBC Media Action and the IRC. As a consortium, we reached over 27,000 girls ages 13-17 across 10 districts through 2 cohorts over a period of 4 years. All girls enrolled in EGE were out of school and among the most educationally, socially, and economically marginalized girls in their communities. Many girls lived in hard-to-reach areas. The project sought to strengthen girls' sense of power inside themselves, power to act, and power with others. We created girls-only safe spaces where they can learn new skills, build their confidence, and strengthen their social networks. We created tailored learning materials reflecting the needs and daily realities of these girls, including curricula in life skills, literacy in numeracy, and financial literacy. We recruited and trained facilitators and female mentors within each community to work with the girls, and we work with community leaders to strengthen their awareness of the challenges that girls face on a daily basis. We learned from the EGE baseline assessment that more than 90% of girls had never attended school. Nearly half were food insecure and impoverished. 44.1% of girls were married and 57.5% had one or more children. 14.6% of girls were living with one or more disabilities. Of those with a disability, 60% qualified in whole or in part due to their daily experiences of anxiety or depression. Many girls demonstrated hostile attribution bias and moderate levels of emotion dysregulation, confirming the need to integrate a strong emphasis on girls' psychosocial well-being across all aspects of the project. When COVID-19 hit Sierra Leone in June 2020, EGE carried out a survey with over 500 enrolled girls. 82% reported an increase in stress and anxiety. This was not surprising, given increased household economic stresses and violence against girls. So we immediately began adapting our materials so we could best support girls' psychosocial well-being through this period. We coached mentors to be kind, supportive, and inclusive of all girls, both while facilitating as well as outside of sessions. We also encouraged girls to create a safe space for each other and emphasized confidentiality and what it means to be a good friend to each other. We also incorporated storytelling into sessions. Girls met a fictional character named Bintu and saw her learn, grow, and use her skills and knowledge to overcome familiar challenges. This included writing stories that normalized stress and anxiety, as well as sensitive topics like menstruation, sex, and pregnancy, so girls were better equipped to stay safe. Sessions also responded to girls' immediate experiences during COVID-19. Bintu helped us approach topics in a way that made it easier for mentors and girls to discuss them. Bintu and her friends highlighted risks girls might face, including early marriage, intimate partner violence, and sexual exploitation. They role modeled talking to trusted friends and adults, making safety plans, and using assertive communication to say no when they felt unsafe. Bintu also assured her friends that they were never to blame for violence they experienced. The weekly EGE radio program also presented relevant issues through the eyes of girls, and we as well launched a series of 6 community dialogues with influential persons in the community and caregivers. We will look more closely now at two of the components that the EAGER project introduced to support girls' psychosocial well-being during COVID-19. These are storytelling and stress management practices. This is one of the Bintu stories from the life skills sessions. Bintu, like the girls, is now facing COVID-19, most commonly called coronavirus in Sierra Leone. The stories are best told by a storyteller, so let's listen.
Bintu did everything she could to stay safe from the new coronavirus, but she is still worried. She worried that her family and friends will get sick. She worried about having enough money for food. The more she worried, the more stress she felt in her body. Her belly felt tense, and she did not feel like eating. She had pain in her shoulders and neck. She was not sleeping well and felt tired in the day. Sometimes, she wanted to cry, but she stopped herself because she thought she needed to be strong for everyone else.
EAGER officers who work in the communities coaching mentors to lead the life skills program told us some girls have asked how far Bintu lives from their community and if she's going to come to their graduation. From Bintu, they are learning how to see solutions and talk about things to cope with their own anxiety and sadness. We believe storytelling works because it taps into a traditional communication method. These girls are not used to being in school, but they are eager to tune into stories. Mentors are encouraged to first read and understand the story. They then translate and practice telling the story in their own words. This way, they can bring it to life. The program also introduced stress management practices, which focuses on deep breathing to calm the central nervous system. This approach was very new for the girls, mentors, and officers. We wrote the scripts using simple language and repetition and created audio recordings in Creole, which is widely spoken across Sierra Leone. Here is a short clip so you can hear what it sounds like.
Today, we can learn how to blow inside we belly. We that go help we for feel easy when we feel stress. Stress can make we body tense and can make we blow fast one. Anytime when we blow fast, this can only make we blow inside and out of we chest, and the breeze not dey reach inside we belly.
We asked the 60 officers for feedback on these practices, and the majority of responses were positive and encouraging. I myself have seen how girls use these practices even outside a safe space. Using audio works because it is something new and has captured girls' attention. As we prepared to scale up to reach more girls, this feedback has supported our learning and guided us to make further evidence-based adaptations. Evidence from EAGER tells us that by the onset of puberty, many girls in the hardest to reach areas experience increased isolation, confining responsibilities, disproportionate burdens, gender-based violence, and harmful traditional practices that altogether severely affect their psychosocial well-being and social-emotional skills. In times of crisis, strengthening girls' resilience requires a strong focus on their psychosocial well-being. Contextualized strategies, as adopted by EAGER, can be effective in reinforcing personal coping skills by normalizing difficult feelings, reinforcing girls' solidarity, and shifting blame away from girls, fostering a more supportive, healthier environment for girls.